watch today's game. All the games from today.
Oh, really?
Total Sports Live. All the games from today are live.
I was going to say, is there a live stream? Oh, that's yeah, I'll show you that too. AJ, you played a card? Yeah, that's one of the best strikes I've seen. I'm not even kidding. A lot of guys don't. I mean, would you agree? Even a lot of the guys on the Legends, yeah, exactly. It's tough to get. I mean, at least that I know. There are a couple guys that play, but for the most part, even our D1 soccer guys. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yogi.
Yeah, same thing.
We're good, Scott.
Good.
I'm Ben and Jerry's, boys. Good afternoon and welcome to today's broadcast of the Kronum Tournament Finals from the Virtua Total Turf Experience. My name is Mike Wolverton. We have a final game here between the Kron-Daddies and K&B. Kronum and Bonum, I'll say that once and once only. K&B from now on. It's been a great tournament. The second semifinal, which just completed, was won by K&B. They are in the green. 34-33. They needed a 3-point shot to tie. At the end, they hit a 4-point shot, and they won it by 1 after trailing almost the entire game. So K&B makes their way into the finals. They are 3-1 so far in this tournament. The only game they lost was to the black team, the Kron-Daddies, who are 4-0 in this tournament. Now, I know I said black. It looks like navy blue, and it is, but there was a light blue team, so ended up calling the navy blue team black. I guess I can make that adjustment. So for this game, they'll be blue. We got the Kron-Daddies in blue. We have K&B in green. Kron-Daddies have had their way in this tournament so far. We'll see if they can finish it off in the finals. Going to play 2 13-minute halves. For those of you that have missed the previous broadcast today of Kronum, I will go over the rules as we go along. There are numerous different scoring shots available, all the way from 1 to 8 points. We are underway with the prime rush. K&B in green takes the ball. They are on offense. He stepped on the line. It will be possession to the Kron-Daddies. We're using the yellow lines out here. I know there's a lot of lines on this field. There's red, there's blue, there's white, there's yellow. But the Kronum field has the yellow lines, and that is a 2-point shot score for the Kron-Daddies. They draw first blood. 2-zip, Kron-Daddies on top. On offense, K&B, shot goes wide. So there are different zones that you can score from. There's a semicircle right in front of the goal called the goal zone. If you put a shot into the goal from there, it's 1-pointer. If you put it up top, if you look at the goals, you'll see each goal has what's called the crown ring on the top with 3 rings in it. If you put it through one of those crown rings, you get double the point values for the shot. So from the goal zone, 1 point in the chamber, 2 points through the crown rings. There are also zones called the flex zone and the wedge zone. 2 points each for those shots, 4 points if it goes through the crown rings. And then there's also from the prime ring, which is the ring in the middle of the field, there is a 4-point shot available, which goes for 8 if it hits off one of the crown rings. So there you go. That is the scoring for Kronum. 2-zip is our score. The Kron-Daddies are on top. The guy with the ball right now has been the hero of the day for K&B. Hit 2 Kronums early in the day to help defeat Rowan, and just hit the big shot to beat Rowan in the semifinals with time running out to put K&B into this final. Shot is missed. We are still at 2-zip with the Kron-Daddies on top. K&B yet to put anything on the board. 10 players per team. 4 of them are wedge backs, and those are the guys that guard each of the 4 goals. You can attack any goal at any time. Going for an alley-oop attempt there, and it is too high and over the head of the Kron-Daddy's wedge back coming from all the way over at that other goal. He doesn't want to get caught out of that goal, but gets back quickly. The other important thing to keep in mind is the wedge zone, which is a box area in front of each goal, most of the quadrant. You cannot handle the ball on offense in there, so you've got to kick it. You'll see they won't pick it up. They're going to use their feet right there. Now, once he gets to that point, over that line, now he can pick it up. You can throw it from where that gentleman just did. He is actually on the line by a little bit. So he was on the line into the wedge zone, and you can't handle the ball in the wedge zone, and that's why the whistle blows. So that's what you'll see is a lot of guys will come up to the line, and then they'll just roll it on the ground and continue with their feet, or they'll take the shot right here, like that, right before they get into the wedge zone. That'll be a 2-pointer. Kron-Daddies score again, 4-zip. Kron-Daddies on top. After a score, you're allowed a free clear into the middle, which is called the prime ring. Any change of possession, you have to go into the prime ring in order to go on to offense. Save made by Kron-Daddies. You notice they went right into that ring, though, because you've got to clear it in order to change possession. They did not successfully do so, so it still remains green on offense. Save made by the Kron-Daddies. Again, a situation right here where they've got to clear it into the middle, and they do, right there. Oh, I'm mistaken. They weren't quite into the prime ring in the middle. He jumped from the wedge zone, so that ends up being hands in the wedge. And hands in the wedge is a penalty shot if you are on defense. So here we go. Penalty shot coming for K&D. They have no points so far in this game. This is worth 3 in the chamber and 6 in the prime ring. Going for the standard shot and fails to connect. Still 4-zip. Kron-Daddy on top. Possession, ball is loose, now picked up by K&B. Cross it over to the other side of the round. Kick shot wide and over everything. The beautiful singing you hear is the Rowan team departing the field after their heartbreaking loss. Always just hoping that we can get them out of here without profanity, and so far so good. Still 4-zip. Kron-Daddy's on top. Low scoring beginning to this final. These guys got to be tired. They have been out here all day, and that'll be a 2-pointer. Score for the Kron-Daddies makes it 6-zip. Now K and B just played. The Kron-Daddies have had a game off since their semifinal win, so that may be a factor as well. Not only have these teams played 4 games already, but K and B just played, and there you have the first score of the game for K and B, 6-2. Kron-Daddies with the ball. He switches to the other side. Lots of defenders there, so take his time and figure out a better place to attack. This is a 4-point shot, and that's a beauty. Nice shot. And a score for 4, 10-2. Kron-Daddies on top. And that guy who just scored, his name's Skinner. I figured that out while I was refereeing, and I noticed how fast he was. He's fast. And some confusion about... Yeah, Green just got a 4-pointer for not having cleared. I'm not exactly sure why. So forgive me, but Green gets credit for 4 points, make it 10-6 in favor of the Kron-Daddies. And I believe it was some kind of Kron-Daddy mistake, but I missed it, to be honest with you. So 10-6 is our score. Kron-Daddies on top. Turns and fires off the crown ring. It's loose. Header attempt is going to go out of bounds. It will belong to K&B. So whatever that was that got K&B the 4 points, that is important to keep them within striking distance here, as the Kron-Daddies had taken an early 10-2 lead. Here goes K&B. Shot, save, and follow-up. Half-hearted attempt. Didn't really look like he believed he would score, and he didn't. Nice save, by the way, by Sean Kelly in goal for the Kron-Daddies. Oh, I just was told that Sean Kelly is, in fact, the Bernie Perrant of Kronum. I didn't even know that, but apparently that is the case. Is that him there with the behind-the-back pass? My goodness. Shot is saved by K&B. They still trail it by 4. We're in the first half, 2 halves. I think I've said this in most games, but not yet in this one. Regular Kronum League, they play 3 20-minute periods. Here in the tournament format, in order to keep games moving a little bit quicker, they play 2 13-minute halves, and the clock runs. So we got a running clock with the exception of the final 2 minutes of the second half when a whistle will stop play. There are also 1 timeout for each team. There's a penalty shot coming up for the Kron-Daddies. 3 in the chamber and 6 up top. Shot is saved. Follow-up is loose. Kron-Daddy's going to try to kick it in. The shot is wide. 10-6 is our score. And an inbound from the throw-in, I should say, from the far side. Shot save by the Bernie Perrant of Kronum. A little loose dribble. There was no wedge back in the goal, and that's why they were yelling at that Kron-Daddy player to shoot it at the empty goal, but he was having a difficult time maintaining possession and couldn't do it. K&B clears it, and now no goal, no wedge back over here. Nice play. I think he tipped it right onto the crown ring. The wedge back getting back into that goal. That's an easy way to score in Kronum if you can catch the other team in transition before their wedge back has gotten back into that goal and have an easy scoring opportunity. We are still at 10-6 here in favor of the Kron-Daddies. Into the prime ring, now over to this near side. Shot save with a strong hand and cleared by the Kron-Daddies. Going to go into the other quadrant, and K&B will maintain possession. Down by 4. When the sun is out, it is as warm right now as it has been all day. Been a pleasant day, it just hasn't been real warm. Into the middle now. K&B looking for offense. Shot. That's the guy who has hit all the shots through the crown ring to save the day for this K&B team. He just missed there, and it stays 10-6.
Where's that out?
Want to thank Scott Kennedy for his help today. He's the guy who's been refereeing. This is his 9th game of refereeing, and he helped me out with learning to referee a little bit. Followed him around the field for 3 games in the middle, and learned a lot. Shot for 4 for the Kron-Daddies. We've been stuck on 10-6 for a while, so that will make it 14-6. The Kron-Daddies have been the better team in this final game so far, and K&B going to need to get their act together and maybe some of those Kronums or shots through the prime ring that they have specialized in this tournament. It is loose off the post, almost handled on offense in the wedge zone, but no violation. Now the Kron-Daddies come the other way. Shot and a one-handed save, a bit nonchalant, as if there's no big deal. Shot, save by Bernie Perrant. Ball is loose in the middle. Possession to the Kron-Daddies. They'll come to the other side. Another shot blocked in the wedge zone and knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Kron-Daddies. 14-6. Team in blue, who have not been beaten in this tournament, looking to finish 5-0 and take the title. Save made there by the wedge back for K&B. 6 points they've got, and 4 of them, I don't even know how they got them. Turned away for a minute and saw Kron-Daddy, or the K&B awarded for 4. So not been a lot of offense for the team in green so far. They trail it by 8. Shot is saved, almost over the goal line. Good save by the wedge back, and he will clear it himself. They've got to get it into that middle prime ring to change possession, and they do. Knocked away, it's loose. Well, green is just not paying attention. Maybe they're tired. They're just not focused in this game or not concentrating as much as they need to. Shot is blocked. Nice play on defense. And into the prime ring. Possession changed. K&B on offense. Come to this near side. Shot. Save. Follow-up. Saved again. Nice play by the Kron-Daddy wedge back. And a change. Example there of the difference of intensity level in this game. The Kron-Daddy player diving for the out-of-bounds marker. They'll get a score for 1. Give 1 point to K&B on that. 14-7 is now the score, and they're lazy on defense, but the Kron-Daddy player misses the empty net. So it'll be a throw-in for K&B. Good break for K&B there. They trail it by 7. Going to try Bernie Perrant, and that's a foolish idea. Ball goes out of play. It is going to belong to the Kron-Daddies. And it's still blue balls. That's a 2-point shot. He gets 2, and there may have been a foul as well. I think he's going to get a foul called there. So he gets the 2. I think it's going to be a penalty shot for a shooting foul. see if that's correct or not. But give 2 to the Kron-Daddies and the penalty shot. Now, we have seen Sean Kelly play his Bernie Perrant goaltending, but we don't know what kind of offense he brings to the table. This is a great opportunity to see. 3 in the chamber. 6 up top. He goes for the shot up top. And a little too high. I think that's the right move, the glory shot. Go for the 6. Meantime, it is 16-7. Kron-Daddies on top. Hate to see this be the least competitive game of the day, as we have had a lot of close ones throughout the day. Looks like it was handled in the wedge zone, and it was. It'll be possession to the Kron-Daddies. Actually, make it a penalty shot because that was offensive hands in the wedge zone. This is the guy who's had the sweet aim for the K&B team, putting a bunch through the crown ring today. He's going to try again, and it's way too high. Maybe not way too high, but it was certainly too high. Remains 16-7 in favor of the Kron-Daddies. Got to be nearing the end of this first half. The Kron-Daddies firmly in control. 30 seconds to go. Beauty of Kronum, though, with an 8-point shot available, a 16-7 lead can go away very quickly. Running out of time in the first half. Kron-Daddy shot off the posts. They try to clear, but it's not a free clear, and the Kron-Daddies take it away. Shot is saved. Now they get the clear into the middle. They're trying to score before the wedgeback can get back, and a foul's been called. He was fouled as he went to take that shot. Time is going to expire, but he will get his penalty shot, and this will be the last action of the first half. 16-7. This is a 3-point penalty shot, or 6 through the ring. Save, and there is no follow-up action because the half is over. That will do it for the first half. All Kron-Daddies, as they look to finish off this tournament undefeated. They will take a 9-point lead to the break. Be sure to come back and catch the final half of our Kronum action today. We will be back with the second half. Kron-Daddies on top. You're watching Total Sports Live. Second half action, and we just had a 4-point shot scored by the Kron-Daddies. They have a 16-7 lead going into the half. Add 4 more on top of that, make it 20-7 Kron-Daddies. K&B looking more desperate as they try a low percentage shots. 20-7 is our score. Kron-Daddies in the dark blue have not lost a game in this tournament. And make it 22-7.